गोइंग गुड। अभिषेक शुरू करें? तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। किधर है? अयो जेट फ्लैश। आज क्या है अभिषेक? यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट के नजरिए से बताओ। कौन बोला? हिंदी आता है तुमको? तुमको हिंदी आता है, बट आज करंट अफेयर्स की क्लास है, वो भी ठीक है, इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट वन मोर थिंग इज देयर टुडे। क्या है बेटा? बच्चा क्या है आज? व्हाट आर वी सेलिब्रेटिंग टुडे? व्हेनेवर यू कम टू करंट अफेयर्स क्लास में आगे पीछे का देख लिया करो, और दैट डे का देख लिया करो कि व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन। कौन क्या है बाबू? क्या है आज? आज बहुत स्पेशल डे है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डे फॉर इंडिया, फॉर द सुपर सुपर स्पेस डे आन। क्या? नहीं, अभी नहीं, करंटली नो। आई विल बट नॉट करंटली। क्या है अभिषेक आज? नेशनल स्पेस डे। Welcome to the current affairs class, weekly current affairs. So the news articles, important articles that we are going to discuss will be from the 16th to 22nd of August. Okay? Yeah, one second. Let me share the live. Then we will proceed. I am taking my time. Thank you for being so considerate. Okay. One second. Yeah. So today is National Space Day. Why do we celebrate National Space Day? Which anniversary are we celebrating today? When did we celebrate the first Space Day? Myron Manoj. When we celebrate the first Space Day? Why do we celebrate the Space Day? First question is this. First, most important thing is date. And then second most important, why? Right? And third will be the contribution or the vision of India in the space sector. Correct? So, student? Okay. So it is celebrated on 23rd of August. And why? It is written here. क्या है reason? अभिषेक इधर देखो. Reason क्या है? India made history on the moon. Soft landing on the moon. Remember? Soft landing on the south side or north side. This day marks it forever. And only few countries have been able to do this thing, soft landing on moon on the other side of the moon, right? Chandrayaan 3's success. So the satellite was Chandrayaan 3. Made a soft landing near the moon's south pole. India became the first country to reach the lunar south pole, fourth to soft land on the moon. So India is the fourth to soft land on the moon and the first to south pole landing. Okay, this fact is important because this can be asked in the upcoming examination. Very important and interesting part for the examination point of view. A leader in the low cost, and this is the USP of India. Unique quality. Good morning, online students. Unique quality about India that India is working towards making it cheap. Exploration, innovation, India is going to make it cheap, and that way it is going to be making it what? Commercialized, right? Now, next thing is about the landslides. Okay, in Kerala village, living lab provides local weather forecast landslide alert. So this is important for us, living lab. Why, Abhishek? Why it is important? Because of this landslide. So Kerala is working on this living lab for the Abhishek, for the management, for the Disaster, landslide as a disaster to manage it, to prepare us for the landslide. Okay, why Kerala is working for this thing? First of all, we have to understand this thing. Why Kerala is working for the landslide management preparedness? वायनाड में क्या हुआ था? ईयर 24 हुआ था ना, मैसिव था, डेथ से पूरा विलेज आई थिंक दैट, है ना? हाँ, so washed away, right? And Wayanad comes it is the 13th most prone area in India, landslide. Okay, so this fact is also important. So why is always important. Whenever we cover any news, no, always consider the why point. So this living lab is going to be the example for landslide ke liye. Okay, how we are managing the landslide. For the village which saw 3 people being killed in 36 hectares of farmland being destroyed in a series of landslide in 2022, this has come as a relief. See, so it is working on this thing. Definitely, it is going to help the landslide affected areas. Now, can you please tell me, looking at the India map or the physical map of India, what all areas are prone to landslides? First important thing is areas prone to landslides. Batao, guess. Areas prone to landslides are the regions, north, south, east, west, you can see, and please let me know. Hilly areas. Name of the states. Yeah. Then Kerala, Odisha. कौन कौन सा है, आप लोग गेस करिए, बताइए. या और so this topic, first of all, this topic is related to environment, disaster management, science and technology also, correct? Then relevance is what? Climate resilience. Landslide are also related to, landslide are the effect of climate change. How can we say this? How can we relate it to climate change? Landslides are related to climate change. Everything is related to climate change, is going to affect the all the aspects of the earth, right? It is going to happen. But how? That linkage we have to make. How do you think it is going to affect the happening more landslides? Yeah, hilly areas hai, cold, huh? Then snow bhi hoga. Most of the parts, most of the rocks or the soil or the hilly areas will be covered under the snow all the time, right? Permafrost hota hai na, covered all the time. But because of climate change, what is going to happen? Melting, right? Melting से क्या होगा? Less strength, yeah, solidification जो होता है, right? So they will not get that much support. So definitely more landslide will be happening. Huh? So everything is interconnected. So try to think like that also. Community-based disaster risk reduction is very, very important. United Nations bodies are also looking at the community for the preservation management of the ecosystem or the disaster preparedness. They are the first people to respond to a disaster. Yes or no? That is why we are working on the community. So this aspect, when you cover disaster or the solution, community should be covered. Okay, this should be in your mind. Technology in disaster management. So technology is also going to be the part of this thing. Why in the news? So नाम क्या है? ये नाम आप याद, sorry, this name you can remember. Kanichar पंचायत. क्या pronunciation है? Kanichar पंचायत. Okay. Kannur district. Who all are from Kannur? हाँ, आपका कन्नूर में है, ठीक है? So remember this thing. It is why you have to remember this thing, because first living lab for disaster preparedness focused on landslide resilience. Okay, so in when you will appear in interview, you can give this example. Kannur ke bare mein you can talk, right? That first living lab was there. Okay, so this is going to highlight your area. Implemented by the Kerala SDMA. Now the features are important. Okay, key features of the living lab Kerala model. So these kind of words you can use in your answers. Disaster may update this part. Current affairs updation, this is how you're going to update your current affairs note. Okay, now concept it originated from the Netherlands. Okay, next is approach, real world setting, research and innovation. And then stakeholders will be, many people are invited, they will all do the work, because collective responsibility we need, right? And objective is what? They want to make their area landslide resilient. Okay, this is the focus. Landslide resilient and resilience to the natural disasters. Okay, so this is the technology that they are going to work on. Real life settings will be there. Okay, now it will be tailored to local needs. Data sharing will be there. Automatic weather stations. Automatic weather station data will be shared. Ward level WhatsApp group will be there. So again, governance part comes. Governance है, ठीक है? WhatsApp group. So governance will come. How we are going to share the information? Yes or no? So this part will come. So automatic weather station will be there. Early warning system related to landslides. Okay? See here. Okay. Now how it will do the work? So there are different aspects associated with the weather. Which are these aspects? Low pressure area, high pressure area, humidity, right? So it will study everything, and all these things are related to disaster. Yes or no? Temperature change, then weather changes, right? And then what happens? Then disasters will be there. Currently 1 AWS, 12 more planned for 13 wards. Currently they have one automatic weather station and they are planning more to install. Okay, IIT Roorkee is helping them, and then CSIR body is also helping them. Uses indigenous sensors, and then AI ML model, AI artificial intelligence, machine learning models also are being used. So this is how we are going to integrate AI. Everywhere we are integrating AI. So AI should be mentioned everywhere, okay, wherever it is possible. Hyper localization is a new term that like you can use. You can add this. And real time community based hyper local means to that local area, belonging to that local area. Okay, so everything will be there related to that community. Okay, now this is important. See, vulnerability of India's regions to landslide. So first of all, what is a landslide? Downward movement of the rock, debris or the soil due to gravity, right? And then extent is what? 12.6% of India's land area are prone to landslide. 12.6%. This number you can remember. This is important, okay? This data. And then regional distribution is given here. Northwestern Himalayas, then northeastern Himalayas, then western Ghats. Okay. Triggers क्या है? What are the causes behind landslide? Huh? What are the causes behind landslide? Sorry? Ah, thank you, sir. क्या है causes? I trusted you. I know that is the okay. Triggers क्या है? Heavy rainfall की वजह से it might happen. Huh? Then it can weaken the area. Then deforestation, monocropping also. Then earthquake, unplanned construction also. So basically when we are making the that ground weaken, then automatically that strength will not be there, and then downward sloping will be there. See, government initiatives, very important. Landslide atlas of India is there. ISRO, prepared by ISRO 2023. So this you should know. This atlas provides a detail of landslide present in landslide provinces. Every data is given. You can read this slide. Okay, 147 districts in 17 states are affected. Okay, so ranked. 147 districts are ranked in 17 states and 2 union territories for their exposure to landslide. Next is National Landslide Forecasting Center is also there. And this was prepared by GSI, Geological Survey of India in 2024, this center. And the headquarters is where? Based in Kolkata. And what does it do? Integrates diverse data from different sources, IMD, and then provides the information to local level, and then aiming for a nationwide landslide warning system. Okay, so we should have, first of all, they're focusing on the local areas, right? And now the bigger vision is what? We should have a early warning system which should be ready by 2030. Good morning, online students who all are there. Can you please say hi? Yeah. So 2030 that we should have a nationwide early warning system. Third initiative by the government is landslide risk mitigation scheme. Next is National Landslide Risk Management Strategy 2019. So there again hazard mapping will be there. Then stabilization, early warning, training, these things will be provided. So these are the basic 4 important government initiative. Then related to the global initiative, this you should remember Sendai framework is there for disaster risk management. Sendai, hi Angel, Sendai framework. Where is Sendai? Why this name has been given like this, Sendai framework? Huh? Who said? Both are saying you. Very good. It is in Japan, right? So this framework was finalized in Japan, Sendai, and this is a United Nations backed agreement. Guys, this is United Nations backed agreement for DRR, disaster risk reduction, and calls for again community and local. These are the two focused, L plus C. Okay, so this should be in your mind. And India has already, the data is that India already prepared for cyclone, and then now next is what? Landslide is the next thing. Okay. Write a question, guys. Sendai framework. Sendai framework is the successor of which framework for action? Sendai framework. Sendai framework is the successor of which framework for action? What are the important provisions related to the framework? What are the important provisions related to the framework? You have to read about Sendai framework. Okay. Important provisions related to Sendai framework. Okay. Next is, see, so how it is important for your exam is living lab approach, the Kerala model, right? And then Netherlands. The inspiration comes from the Netherlands. And sensors are there, the government initiatives, and how much area in India is vulnerable to landslide. Abhishek, how much, what percentage area is vulnerable to landslide in India? पढ़ लिया, देख लिया, cheater. तो ये डेटा याद रखना है. इनिशिएटिव्स क्या है? गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स क्या है? कौन कौन से गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव है फॉर लैंड स्लाइड प्रिपेयर्डनेस रेजिलियंस? बताओ, 4 इनिशिएटिव्स बताए. देन 2 1 ग्लोबल लेवल इनिशिएटिव आई टोल्ड यू. कौन सा है नेशनल लेवल इनिशिएटिव्स गाइस? प्लीज टेल मी. हाँ, ग्लोबल लेवल है वो, जापान. नेशनल लेवल बताओ. अयो नो, दैट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ the initiative. Landslide Atlas of India, LSI. Next is center is there. One center where आंसर तुमने दिया था. हाँ हाँ, वो सेंटर बनाया गया है, राइट. थर्ड क्या है? 2019 में क्या बनाया था? वेरी बैड. नेशनल Landslide Risk Management Strategy 2019, then Landslide Risk Mitigation Scheme, LRMS. Okay, and this is what? Forecasting Center. So these things you have to remember, Abhishek, then only you will be able to do what? Write it in the answer. Okay, way forward kya hai? Kerala model hai abhi. This is the first in India, right? So way forward is that we can apply this model in the other landslide prone regions. Yes or no? Other regions like which regions? Which regions? Northwest Himalayas, northeastern states, Sikkim, Nagaland, right? Then other areas, right? Western Ghats. Abhishek, answer batao. Jokios, give me the answer. Angel Ann, you can also give answer. Other students are also there. They're not saying anything. Okay, no issue. Continue. Your learning is the priority, not talking to me. Bolo. Answer batao. Jokios. क्या है? आंसर क्या है? यो, ये तो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स पूछ लिया है. आंसर कैसे दे? यूपीएससी की तरह. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट तो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स पूछ लिया है. सेंटर, फोरकास्टिंग सेंटर कब बनाया था? Okay, it is an integrated system. Real world setting will be there. Research, innovation to create test solution. Second is correct. First is correct. Living lab. The living lab approach was first developed in Kerala. Where? Netherlands. First is not correct. Okay. Third. Third का क्या करना है? When you do not know the statement, what answer should we give? How many are incorrect? So हमें हमको पता है. We know that second is correct. Do we know? Second is correct. So यहाँ पे incorrect पूछा है. Answer is 1 and 3. Okay? अभिषेक समझ आया आंसर कैसे देना है? Okay. So वायनाड का last year क्या था? Landslide in Kerala. Landslide and floods triggered by torrential rains trigger moments. They did what? 170 people dead, 42 missing, and वायनाड में क्या हुआ था? Claimed hundreds of life. नेपाल में भी this was there. So when we say landslides are happening, you have to give example. Where is it happening? Which year is it happening? Okay. So Nepal, Kerala, Wayanad, and it is increasing. Correct? Frequency also, intensity also. Right? Severity means intensity. What are landslides? According to WHO. Landslides are, hi Finu, how are you? Very good Finu. Correct answer. Landslides occur when large masses of soil debris move down a slope and then to a natural phenomena or human activity, mudslides or debris flows. So definition is given. WHO definition is also given. Most vulnerable areas are what? Steep slopes are there, canyons are there, water saturated lands, deforested. Deforestation is one of the cause for the landslide, right? Monocropping is also one of the cause. And then burned lands. Global examples of landslide, very important. Okay. अभिषेक ग्लोबल एग्जांपल दिया लैंडस्लाइड का कौन सा है? इथियोपिया, China. Okay, so these example also you can give. What causes landslide? Very, very important. Whenever any news is there related to the static part, you should look at the static part also. Why landslides are happening more and more, and what are the factors responsible? Anthropogenic factors are also there. Means construction in the different regions, right? Which is not acceptable. Deforestation, road cutting, mining, then unregulated construction will be there. And there is a report from 1998 to 2017, how many deaths were there. Okay, climate change and rising temperature are expected to trigger more landslides as the areas covered with the ice will be melting. Okay, so they become unstable. How landslides are classified? So first is, this is again important, by material and the by movement. Okay, by the movement. So this you can read. How prone is India to landslides? Again, important data is there. Among the top 5 landslide prone countries. This is the data that you have to remember. We already know this thing. According to Landslide Atlas of India, 12.6% of the area is prone to landslide. Okay, distribution we know. High risk states, very important again. This can be asked in examination. High risk states are what? Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Mizoram, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, and Kerala, Western Ghat regions. And then fatalities. This is the map. You can see. Measures. Same thing. Strategy is there. Center we have developed. Then LSI is there, which distributes this areas, right? High prone areas and low prone, less prone areas. Very important. Committee. Sendai you already know. Sendai framework is there, right? Then comes the committees in India. Gadgil committee was there, Western Ghat, and then Kasturi Rangan committee, which also talked about the balanced ecological protection. So these two committee name also you can include. Okay, I hope you're getting the idea what all things to include in answers. Huh? This is how your answer become? No. Enriched answers. Okay, quality answers. Okay. So, questions? Landslides are one of the least studied but deadliest disasters. And how should we respond to it? Jokius, question number 1 answer. Consider the following statement. Any area where surface runoff is directed or land is heavily saturated is vulnerable to landslide. Second is the soil, topography, rock type, geomorphology and slope angle in certain areas can make them vulnerable to landslide than others. Second statement. Which one is correct? Huh? Both 1 and 2. Okay. Question number 2. Merin? Question number 2. Rainfall variability pattern is the single biggest cause. Second is Himalayas and Western Ghats are highly vulnerable to landslide. Himalayas and Western Ghats highly vulnerable. B. Sure. Not D. Okay. C. Okay. This came in 2016 UPSC examination. Gadgil Committee and Kasturi Rangan report, sometimes seen in the news, are related to D. D aren't. ठीक है, करेक्ट है, ये नहीं होगा, ये नहीं होगा, ये नहीं होगा, है ना, सिंपल है, because we saw already it is related to the protection of the areas, right? So it is D. Let's check the answer. फर्स्ट का क्या बोला था, सेकंड का D बोला था, थर्ड का D, right? फर्स्ट का C. Why? फर्स्ट का बता तो दिया राइट आंसर. यस यस यस. ओके, मेंस 2021. Describe the various causes and effects of landslide. 2021, recent question, right? Mention the important components of the strategy, government initiative. Okay, so they are asking you the what aspect? Components, important components they are asking you. Sendai framework ka bhi provisional components you should know. Okay, so write it. Whenever homework is given, do it. Discuss, this is 2020, discuss the recent measures initiated in disaster management by the government of India, departing from the earlier reactive approach. Reactive, there are two approaches in disaster management. What are those approaches? First is reactive. Our shift has changed in responding to disaster. Our shift has changed from post disaster to pre disaster also. Ibrahim, yes or no? Now we are pre-planning ourselves, and now we are making ourselves strong for the disaster management. Yes or no? So from reactive to where we are going, right? So that approach, government initiatives, there it will help you when you will be going through all the initiatives, the strategies, you will understand, then you will see that how we are planning to respond it in a better way. Not reacting. Reacting comes after the action, post disaster, but our is now focusing on now the pre disaster thing, right? Creating an early warning system is what pre disaster management, no? Early warning system, this AWS, automatic stations, they will be, weather forecast station will be helping us in understanding the disaster before they come, so we'll be getting an idea. So this is pre disaster management. So this is what it is talking about. You have to give the example of initiatives, what all initiatives India is taking. Center ka naam we can mention, this strategies, how we are working for that thing. Himalayas are highly prone to landslide. Discuss the causes and suggest. See, everything is they are asking. First of all, prone areas, high prone areas to landslide. Then the causes also and the measures, solutions also. Again, the committees you can mention. Then you can mention the other things. क्या बोलते हैं? Reports, right? And the initiatives. So these questions have come. What does the story of India's rural development say? Very important. Fino. Very good, Fino. Correct. What does the story of India's rural development say? Why this article has come? So some topics I choose from the prelims perspective and some from the mains perspective. So this is related to prelim. No. Yeah, rural development, no. सही बात है. So see, How can rural development be assessed? How should we assess the development and the growth? So rural development, in what ways we should assess? Based on the job creation, based on the wages that people are getting, or based on some other aspects. So a package of policies for socio-economic development in rural areas or in terms of social indicators. Yesterday you covered kya class mein kya tha economy class mein? Which topic was there? Poverty na? है ना? Poverty था? Correct? So, matlab you can link this thing to this topic. Yes or no? Correct. The social indicators. Should we focus on the social indicators for measuring the development, or should we focus the policies for the socio-economic development? Okay, like social indicators like electricity, drinking water, education, health. If this is available, then are we really growing or developing? Rural India is towards growth or not? Like, so what should we do? So this is what do you understand by this picture, Abhishek? क्या चल रहा है? कोई स्कीम बताओ इससे रिलेटेड, where laborers are working, wage workers, related to wage workers, daily wage workers, स्कीम क्या है? नाम क्या है? महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन सिस्टम प्रोग्राम. Yeah. So employment generation program. Okay, now this topic is related to rural development, governance and welfare policy, poverty alleviation, agriculture, social sector indicators. So why this topic? Government decision to cap the MG NAREG spending at 60% for financial year 2025-26. Very important data. Okay, so capping it at 60%. The Ministry of Rural Development had sought 5.323 lakh crore outlay till 2029-30. This is decreasing. Okay, this is decreasing. So this you have to understand. Declining budget allocation. So this is why it is a matter of concern. How are we measuring poverty? This is the question now. That is why this budget allocation is decreasing means what? If it is increasing means more attention we are giving, no. More concerns are there. If it is decreasing means rural India is developing. That is why it is decreasing, but it is not the case, correct? So how are we measuring it? समझ आ रहा है? अभिषेक क्या बोला मैंने? Please repeat. Declining budget allocation means that things are improving. Matlab, this is a matter of concern. Actually, it is not. Okay. What is rural development? Now, this question is very important. What do you mean? If we are talking about rural development, you have to write something, na, introduction part mein. What is rural development? So the concept gained traction in 1970s after the failure of state-led industrialization. So defined as a package of policies for socio-economic upliftment or the social indicators, providing the social indicators, health indicators. Now, structural transformation. How are we transforming the rural India? What structural transformation are there? So, output and labor shifting from agriculture. They are shifting from the agriculture to the services sector, right? So, earlier, agriculture is what? Overemployment hota hai na? In agriculture, we do overemployment, right? So, people are moving from the agriculture to the services sector, and service sector growth is largely what? Self-employed and not wage-led. These are the important initiatives, rural development initiatives or schemes. Integrated Rural Development Program, then MG NAREGS is there and it is present. Third is recent self-employment skill development initiative, Stand Up India. Any other example that you can give? This is very, very important. I have shared one file with you all, everyone. This file is related to the 14 facets of policy making. देखा पढ़ा उसे 14 facets of 11 years of Modi and 14 facets of policy making. So in that many schemes are mentioned, many initiatives of the Modi government is mentioned. What you have to focus is, you have to focus on the schemes, on the initiative and the result. Okay, on the positives, the result of the schemes and initiatives, and you have to take the data from there. Okay, so please read it, then only you will understand how to cover that thing. Okay, so there also it is mentioned Stand Up India scheme, Mudra scheme, how these are benefiting the youth, how it is changing the mindset also and the economy also. Okay, now Mudra scheme is there, then DDU, JKY, training, skill development, CMAA, these are the example that you can use. Now, when it comes to socio-economic indicators of rural development, online students, did you get the PDF? 14 facets of the policy making. Please read it. And if you do not know how to understand it, then please ask. Okay. Socio-economic indicators of rural development are what? So these data are provided. Nutrition, what is the score in nutrition, health, education, and then one more is there, employment, right? So when it comes to the health, National Family Health Survey. Abhishek, when we talk about health, which data we should talk about? National Family Health Survey. According to that, it shows improvement, but gaps remain. So improvement is there. Why this budget allocation is less? So these are the things that it is telling you. Rural healthcare is dominated by informal providers. Okay. So it should be formal system, not informal system. Second is stunting, high in rural versus urban areas. Stunting is there. ST, SC communities are disproportionately affected. Education may gaps exist and teacher shortage. We already have covered this thing. Education may, what are the challenges, what are the solution, what things are we initiating, government initiatives education में, correct? Reports, employment में क्या चल रहा है? Periodic labor force data, skill schemes not translating into meaningful jobs. मतलब क्या है अभिषेक? Adarsh, what is the meaning of this statement? Adarsh? Bami? Skill training schemes not translating into meaningful jobs. क्या नाम है? इब्राहिम बताओ. What do, what does it mean? Abhishek? Meaning. बहुत easy है. According to periodic labor force data, okay, understand. This is about labor. So what they noticed is, whatever skills, whatever training government is giving, these people are actually not getting the good jobs. So there is a mismatch between the jobs and the training, between the job and the talent. Yes or no? Mismatch is there. हमने women का topic cover किया था. So क्या था उसमें? Training नहीं है ना? Proper skill नहीं है. If we are not updating ourselves, reskilling, upskilling था. क्या है upskilling का मतलब? अयो ए अपस्किलिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? लास्ट क्लास रीस्किलिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? रीस्किलिंग फीनो एंजल एवरीवन प्लीज गिव द आंसर. अपस्किलिंग रीस्किलिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग? अपग्रेड करना होगा ना, अपग्रेड राइट? अभिषेक अपग्रेड. हाँ रीका बताओ. रिविजन again again है ना, giving the training, changes will be there, right? Different upgradation will be there, then you have to redo it, correct? So according to this, the jobs are not matching with the training, so there is a gap, there is a mismatch, and we have to deliver there, है ना? We have to fill the gap. So that kind of training and that kind of qualification should be given to the people, then only the mismatch can be uh, less. Okay, it will be less. Now challenges क्या है in the rural development? Challenges. So issues, declining budgetary support we saw. Less budgetary support is there. Slow and distorted structural transformation. Informal, more informal things are there. Healthcare also, other things also, right? And then less penetration of the services, correct? So structural transformation we need. Next is agrarian distress and informal work is there. So this informal thing is not happening, working for the rural development. Gaps again in education, in healthcare, nutrition, everywhere. Over reliance on self-employment as a default option. So this is also there, over reliance. Now way forward, the answer. The solution is what? Create more jobs, right? Giving the skill, foster inclusive growth, integrating social and economic policy, realistic rural job market, aligning skill building with the realistic rural job market. So according to the market, giving the skill. Rural infrastructure, first of all, very, very important. Digital penetration of the services. Connectivity should be there. We have to fill the gap wherever the gap is there. Increasing the budgetary support. Okay. And then balance between welfare and employment generation. So these are the examples that were given, reports that we talked about. Stunting rate, we saw 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Why? Again, 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act comes. Why? So related to rural development. So this also can be mentioned. Okay. What is the role of social indicators in the rural development? What is the role of infrastructure in the rural development, employment generation in rural development? All these areas you have to cover. Okay. See, the question, how did the early modernization project shape the rural development policy in India? Next is, can rural development be effectively measured? Abhi, two things we saw. How we are measuring? First is social indicator. Second way is socio-economic development. Okay. So, social indicators. How can we measure? Next is welfare schemes. How they are working, different model of rural development, and what do persistent gap in the rural and urban India say about the development program? So comparison between rural and urban development, and this can also be asked. Okay. Now, green hydrogen. Green hydrogen. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Sunday inaugurated the state's first green hydrogen plant. Okay, very, very important. It is the states, Uttar Pradesh's first green hydrogen plant. Where are the other green hydrogen plants in India? One is in Gujarat, right? Now, why is hydrogen called the fuel of the future? So very important questions are there. Can you write the answers for all these questions? Please write all these questions, guys. Write all these questions one by one. Question one is, where are the other green hydrogen plants in India? No, write the question, where are the green hydrogen plants in India? Skip the other part. Okay. Where are the green hydrogen plants in India? Second question is, why is hydrogen called the fuel of the future? Why is hydrogen called the fuel of the future? Where are the hydrogen plants in India? Where are the green hydrogen plants in India? Second is, why hydrogen is called the fuel of the future? Why hydrogen? Why is hydrogen called the fuel of the future? One very important fact related to hydrogen is, science background students, Merin, one important aspect related to hydrogen, one important fact related to hydrogen is, science background student, it is the it is the it is the it is the most abundant element in the eh, eh, basic NCERT question aano. Huh? Eh? Eh? This topic is related to environment, science and technology. Then energy transition. See the answer. Hello, sir. Sir, Abhishek sir, you're getting the answer here. Why it is called fuel of the future? Answer is, two-word answer is there. बहुत मारूंगी. ये क्या है? It is important for energy transition. It is what? No, it is renewable source of energy. It is, hydrogen is renewable source of energy. Yes or no? Correct है? So energy transition it is going to help us. It is producing what? Less carbon. Climate change के लिए बहुत important है. It is very important, right? So climate, to achieve our climate commitment, if we use this green hydrogen, we are going to achieve our climate commitment, and then less footprint will be there. National Green Hydrogen Mission is also there that you have to study. Okay, so we will be covering all these things. Okay, capacity is what? 72,000 tons per year. First in UP, second in India overall. Okay. Now, key features of the Gorakhpur. So it is in Gorakhpur district. Pilot project blends 2% green hydrogen with CNG and PNG. Ethanol blending का क्या capacity है? Ethanol blending का what capacity we have reached? Abhishek, Jokius, ethanol blending 5 आनो, 10 आनो, 20 आनो. Add 10 more. 20% blending capacity. Ethanol के बारे में you have to study. Our mains test has started. UPSC mains has started yesterday. Yesterday was the first paper. Okay, so see all the question. ठीक है? Mains exam started. So see the question paper whenever it is releasing, and please look at the question, why this question came, how it is coming. We will also discuss in the class. Okay. Okay, guys. So 2%, it will blend 2% of green hydrogen with Merin. It will blend 2% hydrogen with what? And PNG, powered by 2 megawatt renewable energy plant. Okay, burden kitna kam hoga? 500 tons of CO2 annually it will be reducing. Why hydrogen? Most abundant element in the universe. Okay, most abundant element in the universe. Features, they ask feature also whenever these things are in news. So features are what? It is lighter, it is energy dense, and 2-3 times more efficient than burning petrol. Efficiency is also there. Okay, and it is abundantly present. Next is India's electricity is heavily fossil fuel dependent. Fossil fuel dependent or non-renewable sources of energy dependent. Hydrogen will replace the fossil fuel, address pollution also, and then oil price rise also. Correct है? अभिषेक इधर देखो, पूरे लाइफ में अभिषेक अभिषेक अभिषेक. Thanks. Partiya. Pollution and pollution and oil price rise. Okay. Ignore. So it will benefit the different sectors also. Transportation, then iron, steel and chemical sector. Adarsh, are you getting disturbed? First desk pe aa jao. Fine. He is not voting for you. Okay, the other green hydrogen plants. Hello. Other green hydrogen plants are Hisar, Haryana, Kandla, Gujarat. These are the other plants. ये रहा आपका आंसर अभिषेक. सेकंड क्वेश्चन का आंसर ये रहा. Why hydrogen is called as the fuel of the future? So most abundant and it is the most abundant element and energy intensive, energy dense. था ना? Feature of hydrogen, energy dense. Now categories are there. Based on what these categories have been given? Why these categories have been created? Gray, blue, then green. मतलब क्या है? Plus carbon capture. Then third is electrolysis using renewable power. Benefit क्या है green hydrogen का? So clean burning, right? Decarbonizing the industry, less carbon footprint, reducing carbon emission. Then surplus, utilizes the surplus renewable energy that we have in the universe. Okay, so hydrogen is the surplus. Now colors of hydrogen. Bulk of India's production, grey hydrogen is constituting the bulk of the energy production in India currently. That is why we are utilizing or we are making more green hydrogen. Now, next is blue hydrogen is also sourced from fossil fuel. But byproduct is what? These are the byproduct and these are captured and stored. Matlab less carbon footprint. Here more carbon footprint because the byproduct is carbon क्या है? Dioxide. Okay, either carbon monoxide and these are captured. Then comes the green. This is end-to-end green fuel. Electricity generated. It is clean burning fuel. Okay. So byproducts are water or water vapor. Okay. Carbon dioxide is not the byproduct. Okay. So that is why we are saying it to the as the fuel of the future, clean energy source. Okay. Understood. Next. Now again government initiatives, government steps. First is green hydrogen certification scheme. Okay. Second is national green hydrogen mission. So इसका objective क्या है? Certification scheme. It is related to certification, yes or no? So boost export and adoption in energy intensive sector launched by, this is very important, this can be asked 2023 2024, very recent initiative, right? So features can be asked that it was launched by which ministry? Ministry of, हाँ बताओ बताओ, शर्माओ नहीं, बताओ बताओ. Yes, correct. New and renewable energy. And India is the only country which has exclusively set up this ministry for new and renewable. Remember this point also. And Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So it is launched by these agencies. Feature is what? So we have to produce 2 kg CO2 per 1 kg hydrogen. Monitors, verifies, certifies green hydrogen. Certification certifies the green hydrogen. Okay. Link it like this. Hello sir, ma'am. बाद में. Okay. Carbon credit trading scheme. So this is also linked with carbon credit scheme. National Green Hydrogen Mission is there. 2023 again. Okay, certification also 2023. This is also 2023 under same ministry, MNRE. Full form is Ministry of, yeah. So what is the purpose of National Green Hydrogen Mission is to make India a hub for production, usage, export. So export also is there. In certification scheme also export was there. Boost export. Okay. Then energy. What is the other goal in National Green Hydrogen Mission? We have to be energy independent by 100 years of the getting the freedom. Then net zero by 2070. This you should remember. These are the two targets, the vision of India. Energy independent by 2047 and zero by 2070. Other countries have net zero target by 2050. Okay. 2050 energy targets of other countries. What is the 2030 target for India? Yeah. So it is very important to remember these numbers because this is the trend. Okay. Reduce fossil fuel import by 1 lakh crore. Okay, that's it. Question? Abhishek, उठ जाओ. Bami, answer. बोलो. Abhishek, answer. Ibrahim. India's first make in hydrogen plant is in the port sector, has been commissioned at Kandla. This is given in the slide. Green hydrogen can decarbonize the iron and steel. Yes or no? Yes. One more sector was there, chemical. One more was there, transportation. So decarbonizing transportation, carbon and iron and steel sector. Okay, because there we have more carbon emission. Okay, so it is contributing towards more emission. Okay, answer is what? Batao. Aslam, right? Aslam, no? Yeah. Answer is all three are correct. It is asking about the correct statement. Very interesting topic for you guys. Congratulations. You are celebrating the centenary year of formation of the body called UPSC. Yay! Good. So because the mains examination has started and we have entered the year of centenary celebration of UPSC formation. In which year it was formed? Can you guess? Centenary? Huh? Huh? Maths weak है. सही बोला. 1st October 1926 was the time when first Public Service Commission body was formed. Okay, so there was gradual process of, guys, chup, gradual process of the UPSC, evolution of the UPSC as a body. 1950, what happened? Constitutional grant was there. Okay, 1950. Okay, so what it is saying that as the UPSC gears up for the mains examination, prepares to mark its centenary year on October 1, it's time to look back at the formation of this body, and there is a voice. You might have seen videos related to UPSC 2.0, UPSC reforms. Yes or no? Why people are asking about UPSC reforms, guys? Merin, why are we talking about changes in UPSC? Why? Being a UPSC aspirant candidate, it is your duty to know this thing. Why the demand is there? Do you know that demand is there in the market? That we need reforms in UPSC? Adarsh, Aslam, Ashwin, hi. Why we need reforms in UPSC? Please tell me 1 or 2 points. क्यों है अभिषेक? Why? Online students, hi Sanju, how are you? Why we need reforms in UPSC? Of the because of the misuse of the provisions of UPSC, like certifications, category certificate, uska misuse ho raha hai. Many posts we saw, है ना? Then other things are there. Cheating things are also there. Right now, people have started questioning UPSC ka functioning also. How it is functioning. The papers, is it like really the ranks that people are getting, and how it is functioning and working. So these all things are, या हाँ रिफॉर्म्स होना चाहिए कि वी वांट प्रीलिम्स का आंसर की बिफोर द मेंस एग्जामिनेशन. व्हाई यूपीएससी इज टेकिंग 1 year and releasing it after the interview? It is not required, right? Why to wait for these many years? Because so many confusions are there, answer key differences are there. Now every institute provides you the answer key and many of the questions are wrong, है ना? In fast forward way they provide the answer, so 5 to 10 questions are like not matching with exactly the answer key of the UPSC. So why this confusion? Why to create when we can actually make it easy and simple? Why UPSC is not doing this? Second thing, all these papers and everything, cheating thing are happening, right? So it is a constitutional body. Constitutional body you have covered in the class, correct? What is constitutional body? Which are mentioned in the constitution. Non-constitutional, extra constitutional bodies, statutes. Okay, civil services reforms we need. There are many things that we should change with UPSC. Okay. Now this is the historical evolution of civil services in India. It started with the British administration. Cornwallis Code was there, 1793. Lord Cornwallis is also known as the father of the civil services in India. Okay, who? Cornwallis. He is known as father of civil services in India. Okay, why? Because he laid the foundation of Indian civil services. Okay, he laid the foundation of Indian civil services. Related to modern India, these are the important areas where questions are asked. Now UPSC is there 1 year. Definitely Cornwallis ka they can ask because he is related to UPSC. So this is how you should understand the topic, integrate the topic. Okay, link. Next is Charter Act is also associated with the UPSC. How? Charter Act. So this was the first step towards doing what? Separating the judiciary from the executive. Okay, and then Charter Act came, and this ended the patronage. Earlier there was the appointments based on the patronages. Then this brought what? Macaulay Committee was there, which brought a merit-based appointment. Examinations were conducted. Okay, so examination started. Competitive examination. 1855. began in London. But again, one difficulty was there for Indians because age was too low. Age was under 19. They have to appear in this examination, and difficult papers were there. English based papers were there. It was Eurocentric. It was intentionally made not to qualify Indians in the examination. First, they have to go to London and write the examination. Too expensive. That time, we already know 20 this is 19th century. What was the condition? Britishers have already gained the territories. They are already charging people. Famines are there. People are dying because of food shortages. 1857 war will be there after this, right? 55 ke baad. So these all things are happening. Britishers are exploiting the resources. So this was the thing that was going on. Now first civil servant was from India was who? Satyendranath Tagore. He is the brother of Rabindranath Tagore. So he was the first Indian civil servant. So this question is already asked. Okay. Next is R.C. Dutt. R.C. Dutt was there. He was the first to top the examination. Romesh Chandra Dutt. R.C. Dutt, I think, yes. So he was the first to top the examination. 1869, I think. Okay. This is 64. He topped the examination in 69, I think. 1922, what happened? These exams started conducting in India. Okay, then 1926, because of the Lee Commission, which was appointed in 1924, 1926, this body was set up. Public Service Commission body was set up. This is why we are celebrating in 2026 the 100th anniversary. Okay, now 1937, because of 1935 Act, which again is very important act. Okay, so because of that, federal public service were formed. So federal and public services were formed. Next is 1950, UPSC came into the picture. Constitutional status was given under article is again important. Article is what? Which is the article related to UPSC? 315. Okay, article 315 to 323. Then other articles are also there. Okay, so every article you should know because it can be asked. This topic is in news. So this is the chain diagram. This is the chain. Lee Commission, then Public Service Commission, Federal Provincial Services were created, and then UPSC. Okay. Article 315 to 323 talks about the governance of UPSC. Then 320 defines core functions, and then Article 322, 321 is important. Jo cues? बंद करो उसको. Close it. Article 321 क्या है? Parliament can. So who has the power to extend the functioning of the UPSC? Who has the power? So there is always one kind of question which is asked in UPSC, Abhishek. It is related to the role, responsibility of president or the role of the parliament. Every time comparison will be made. So two statements will be given. Is it related to parliament or is it the work of president? Like this, okay? So parliament can extend the functioning of the UPSC, okay? And annual report is submitted to whom? According to Article 323, to the president, okay? So this is the composition again is very important. I hope you all know 6 years or till age 65 they have to serve, and then at least half must have, the members of the UPSC must have 10 years government service experience, and the composition is chairperson plus members. All are appointed by Abhishek. Whom? Every member of UPSC plus chairperson is appointed by business president. Okay. So recruitments are done for how many services? IAS, IPS, IFS and other services. And then direct recruitment for domain specialist. The functions of UPSC is what? Conducts examination for the states if requested and recommends reform in recruitment process also. UPSC is the recruitment body and conducting exam also. Other than civil services, what all examination UPSC conducts? Other than UPSC, what all examinations UPSC conduct? Other than CSC, what all examination UPSC conducts? इधर देखो. UPSC, CDS, IAS, correct. IAS क्या है? Yeah. What are the challenges that hello? What are the challenges that UPSC as a body is facing? Right? So there are bias challenges. Then scale of demand. Millions of people are writing the examination, right? But it is getting delayed. The process is getting delayed. It is a year-long process, lengthy process. Okay. Next is integrity. Cases of misuse of the benefit or malpractices, cheating cases, or these cases are also there. Now, recent reforms. This year, when people were filling the form, there was a massive change in which DAF, detailed application form, was filled before the prelims examination, in which your hobbies, your achievement, award, everything you have to write in detailed manner. So why they are doing this thing? It is a very complicated process. It was a very complicated. Many students were confused. So OTR was there. Then early document verification. You have to get the documents, you have to get it verified, and then you have to upload it. And then review of exam pattern, exploring direct recruitment, focus on reducing recruitment cycle duration. So people are focusing. Less age will also be there. We are saying that 32 is like too much, right? UPSC might change the age to 28 or 26. So this also voice is there. Correct? Significance is what? Now UPSC as a body does what? What is the relevance of UPSC as a body? This question might come. एक क्वेश्चन आएगा कि is UPSC really doing the justice or serving the purpose, and what are the roles and responsibility of UPSC? So what are the roles? Meritocracy. It ensures meritocracy, merit-based appointment, and fairness in the recruitment process. Second is, it is acting as the guardian of integrity and steel frame of India. किसने दिया है ये slogan? Civil servants are the steel frame of India. This is given by अयो लिखा हुआ है. अरे मुझे लगा my mind already clapped for you. Essential for competent and effective bureaucracy. So these are the things. What are the drawbacks? So lengthy cycle is there, and many things are there. Misuse, malpractices are there. Now, Merin, read the question number 1 loud, fast, fast. First part का answer बताओ. Yeah, you. Give me the first part answer. What are points to add? इसका evolution. How UPSC evolved. From where it started. Yeah, which year? मारूंगी बहुत. 70s क्या होता है? Century. No. 18th century. Late 18th century. 1793. Cornwallis Code was released, right? So it started doing what? Administrating the British territories in India. Okay. For that administration, judicial posts were required, executive posts were required. So we needed a body, like people who are working for Britishers under these posts. So that was created. Cornwallis Code was there. But appointments were patronage based. Okay. Next is what? Evolution. Next stage was what? Which year? Then 1855. What happened? Hi, good morning, online students. How are you all? We are talking about UPSC, its colonial roots to the current evolution, how it was made a constitutional body. Yes. Macaulay, Macaulay committee was there, right? So, उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Exam started. Merit from patronage to merit-based system started. Examination competitive started. Competitive examinations were being held. Earlier, it was happening in London. After London, in India, it started. Then, yeah, which year? 1864. 69 में किसने टॉप किया? Yeah, Romesh Chandra. Okay. Then he is an economist, very famous economist. Have you heard about him? No. When you will attend the class of history, modern India, then you will know. He's a very great economist. Okay. Then उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Lee Commission, 1924. No, 1924 Lee Commission, 1926 PSC. Formation of Public Service Commission. Then 50 में constitutional grant. उससे पहले 1937 Federal Public Service Commission was formed. Federal and Provincial Service Commissions were formed. 1935 Act. Okay. So ये पूरा structure है. Remember it, memorize it. Okay. Now second question is, okay, now how UPSC is maintaining the meritocracy and recruitment based system? Second question, Abhishek, describe the UPSC's advisory role in matters of recruitment, promotion and disciplinary cases. The lengthy recruitment cycle of civil services, this will not be asked. Okay, what are the key reforms? This is important. Key reforms are important that UPSC should take or it has taken for improving the transparency and efficiency at the prelim stage only. Okay. ये क्या है अभिषेक? Online Gaming Bill 2025. Okay. So online gaming bill has been passed. रुक जाओ अरे जरा ठहरो जाएंगे जाएंगे हाँ हाँ सुनो सुधी गाइस हेलो हेलो सुनो सुनो को मलयालम में क्या बोलते हैं हाँ केर को के को केक केकू केकू इधर सुनो बैन ऑन द रियल मनी गेम्स एंड पेनल्टीज फॉर अरे सुन लो केकू penalties for endorsement celebrities who are endorsing for the online gaming money games basically, so they will be also punished. Those people will be held responsible, accountable. Next is warrantless hello warrantless searches. These two things are important. Endorsement pay ban, warrantless search will be there because it is high time that we should regulate this market. Okay, and this is what is India's gaming bill says about. The bill applies to all online, please remember this line, this word is very important, to all online money games. Money is involved, monetary thing is involved, only those games are banned. Okay, and this is for a reason. Why? Have you heard news about this money thing, investment in these things? How? हाँ क्या हुआ है बताओ? Scam? Why government has taken this initiative, this big initiative? Because government is earning so much of money because of this gaming, है ना? So it will be on a huge loss. But why still? Why government is focusing on this thing? Banning the money games, money related games, online games, because many suicides were there, है ना? Family distress, है ना? हाँ हाँ. And most importantly, this fraudulent activities. Fraudulent activities means क्या होता है? Money. In this, people invest. What money they are investing? Not everyone has money, no. But when business people have money, they are using the black money into investment into this money gaming applications. Okay, so making it white. Black money का ज़्यादा use हो रहा है. This, which is not good. Okay. Next is irrespective of whether they are games of skill or chance, a distinction the industry has lobbied hard in the past. Okay. Passed in Lok Sabha. Regulates all money, word is important, gaming platform irrespective of the game of skill or chance, makes a sharp policy reversal. These are the provisions, guys. Please remember these provisions because it is a very important move taken by the government. Any person offering such game, 3 years imprisonment will be there or 1 crore fine. Celebrity, if they are endorsing this thing, social media is, if endorsement is there, 2-year imprisonment or 50 lakh fine will be there. Okay, and bank are also barred from processing the transaction. Definition of online money game. This is again very important. We should know the exact definition. What all games will be covering under this? So money, fee or stakes are involved. Where money is involved, it is called as the money game. जो कि क्या है? हाँ? हाँ. So includes fantasy sports, poker, Dream 11, MPL, Winzo, etc. And it excludes esports. What are esports? Esports are, the full form is electronic sports. So the multi-sport thing which is played online. Okay. So it excludes those sports. Authority and oversight. किसके पास है authority? Central government, central authority to regulate, promote and register online social game. Then warrantless search will be there. We already saw this thing that warrantless searches will be there if anything is found. Now government stand is what? National security concerns, right? These are involved money laundering via these platforms. Okay, terror organization using these gaming platform for communication. So this is also happening, है ना? कैसे होता है? पता है क्या? नहीं. Communication through these platform, gaming platform. So they are using these platforms for doing the things. Offshore entities. Sharma Mavish. Socio-economic harms are also there. Socio-economic harms, addiction, youth is doing what? Being less productive, right? Ruining their time, special time, precious time, and psychological trauma is also there. Health impacts are there. Government is sacrificing how much of revenue? Almost 20,000 crore loss is there with the government, but government is taking a chance. Okay. Government prioritizes public interest over the monetary benefit. Okay. ठीक है. Industry impact. So this industry is projected to rise to $9 billion by 2029. And this is what is going to happen, the damage for the government. Okay. Then there are responses also that everyone is criticizing this thing, that this was done without taking the consultation and this is going to harm the economy. Many people are saying, and they are saying that we already give the disclaimer that investments are subject to market risk, do it with your own knowledge, everything. Then also it is happening, right? See, the simple questions, misconceptions about this thing is that the bill will kill India's gaming industry. This is from Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. This I have taken. Okay, so this bill is going to kill the gaming industry. Is it true? Not true. Why? Yeah, so it boosts innovation and job in esports. AR, VR. So we recently held there was one world conference for this online gaming thing, Ibrahim. Do you remember? AR, VR ke liye. In Goa, I think, world conference was there. The name I do not remember, but that was also there for the first time. It happened in India. So it is saving the youth from getting the harm of the online money gaming apps and protecting them from harmful applications. India is on track to become a global gaming hub. That conference is very important, guys. Please search about it. What is the international level conference that happened in India during this year? Okay, first time. Now, next question is, gaming addiction is just about too much screen time. No. So, unregulated gaming can trigger mental health, psychological health, or other things also, suicidal thoughts. We already saw, that is why this decision was taken. So it bans all online gaming? No. It promotes esports and social games. Only money games are banned. Online games, money games are just harmless fun. Is it? No. That is why addiction is involved. No. So people are addicted. Many are designed as addiction traps. है ना? कि invest करो more. थोड़ा सा benefit, then more investment, more loss. Okay. So leading to huge losses, family distress, and then even national security risk we saw. कैसे होगा? Money laundering is there. Terror organization are using this as a means of communication. Okay. Others, Aslam, मंथ लाए हो? क्या हुआ? Not well? Energy is low? No issue. Okay. So these are the things. Blanket ban on online money game. Blanket ban on online money game. This is important. Merin, समझ आ गया सब कुछ? E-sports are recognized. Okay. So any kind of question can be made from this topic. So I hope everything was clear, clean, simple. I was not running. My speed was okay. You understood everything? Any doubt is there, guys? Pakka? What all topics did we discuss? Batao. First topic is online gaming bill 2025. Okay. Second, हाँ UPSC का centenary year of UPSC. Next, हाँ Kerala model. Then landslides, static part. Then National Space Day. One more, green hydrogen. One more, you. You. Yes, rural development. What is the definition of rural development? ये तो था ही नहीं. Giving everyone. How? How? Oh, that is a part. But what all two things are there which government is doing? How we are measuring the rural development? Key indicators are two key indicators. First is social indicator. Second is socio-economic development programs by these things. Okay. So thank you very much, online students. I hope you like the class. If any doubt is there, anything is there you are not understanding, please ask in the comment section. It is always open. And share this video. Study well. Work hard. Thank you. Yeah, subscribe also. Abhishek's wish. Request, sorry.